Hey, Chelsea. I'm so happy to see you guys. Welcome, welcome. We're gonna get started in like one little minute, doing just a quick little chat here with you guys. And if you have any questions for me, you can just leave them right in the comments and I'll answer them as we go on. I'm gonna talk about healthy habits today. And hey, how are you? Meg, hello, what's going on? Is everybody surviving? I think we're in like 9 weeks now, quarantine, and some states are opening up. Hey girl, some states are opening up. I'm in Atlanta, and so things are opening up, but my sister's in New York, I have friends in California, and so some things are still shut down. So I really wanted to share just some tips and tricks to keep a positive mindset, taking care of yourself, mind, body, spirit. Hey Katie. So this will be just a quick 15-minute thing. Please jump on if you have questions. I'm reading the comments as we go. So I just want to give you some helpful tips on things that I've been doing for years, but have especially helped me during this time where, schedules were just turned upside down, right? Everything, you were used to a routine and then it got twisted around. So for me, it was really important to go back to just basics of self-care. And there are things I've been doing for years that have literally transformed not only my body, physical body, but mind and spirit and attitude. So just a little bit about me if you just started following me. I was a school psychologist for years, so I have a background in that area. And I suffered through addiction, depression, eating disorder, self-destruction through and through. And now I've dedicated my life to health and wellness. And a lot of times I post videos and it's, working out, but that's one small piece of what I do to really maintain a healthy lifestyle. So I wanted to jump on here and share the other pieces that maybe you're not always seeing on Instagram that are really critical and important. So morning routine, that's the first thing I want to touch on, is from the moment you wake up, where is your mindset? And so in 2006, I started meditating. And when people hear that word, they get spooked out. They think it's like some weird woo-woo kind of thing. And it's really simple. And so I wanted to demystify that. And so I'm actually sitting on my yoga mat where I meditate in the morning. And sometimes I'll listen to a guided meditation, but most of the time what I just do is I set my smartphone right here, a timer to about 5 minutes. And I close my eyes and I just focus on my breath. And it's just that setting that intention to sit still and just allow thoughts to come up and let them flow. So it's not like I'm not thinking, it's not like I'm levitating, it's not anything like that, but it's the act and it's the commitment, setting that intention to just sit still and breathe, right? Sitting still and breathing. Some days it's harder than others. Some days my eyes open and I'm looking at the clock, right? But I've been consistent with it since, it's been over a decade, I want to say. So that's been huge, a huge piece of my, huge piece of my transformation. And it's something I recommend to everybody. You don't need a fancy app to do it. You don't need to go to India to do it. Like, you don't need to wear yoga pants to do it, right? It is so simple, but it's about the consistency of it. And what you'll find is it actually slows down your thinking because it slows down your breath. And your breath is directly related to the speed of your thoughts. And then once you have that habit, you basically can take that with you wherever you go. So if you're facing a challenge, like yesterday I went to the dentist, I don't like the dentist, and I found myself doing breathing, deep breathing, and it just helps still my mind. And if so I'm getting anxious about something, I can go, and that's a tool in my toolbox. So wanted to really share that. That's the first thing. So meditation, if you can even start with 1 minute in the morning, huge piece to developing just a calm mindset, but also just, you can use it throughout the day too. But I like to do it in the morning. That's my go-to. The other thing, of course, you all know this, movement. Movement is huge. Maybe you don't have a gym right now. Your gym is still closed. But there are tons of choices all over the internet, whether you're doing my classes or not, on YouTube. It doesn't have to be an hour of going into a gym and doing a certain workout. It can be 10 minutes here and there, going for a walk, but moving your body is huge to giving yourself that those endorphins and just releasing any stress that you may be having because of everything that's going on. Okay, so, and then the last one, which is really key, and I must admit, during quarantine, I haven't been super religious about it. I started doing this when I was living in California, and it changed everything for me. So you see this little thing that we're all addicted to? I used to sleep with it. Like, it used to be my alarm clock, so I would go to bed with my phone. And then I'd wake up in the middle of the night and I'm scrolling through Instagram, and I found that the quality of my sleep was not as good as it could be. So I got this idea from, I think it was the Idea Conference out in California. So I can't say this was an original idea, but it works. So I wanted to share it with you guys. So I went on Amazon and I bought like an alarm clock, but one of those that's like a natural light. It's very soft and pretty. And I started leaving my cell phone. Hey, Lara. I started leaving my cell phone out in the living room. And at first I felt like I was a little child and I was being punished, right? Because I wanted my phone. But then what started to happen was I started realizing the quality of the sleep I was getting was amazing, because the phone was just like, the phone was in another room. Oh, you look amazing, Lara. The phone was in another room. I was just, when it was time for bed, it was time for bed. And there, you can go, and there's research to support this, that staring at your phone right before bed is not a good way to go. And I've had the actual experience, because since quarantine, I got a little lazy with that, right? Because now I'm not setting an alarm. So now my phone travels into the bedroom with me. And what I found is it's affecting my sleep again. So I wanted to share that with you guys, that when you find something that works, continue to do it, right? Because I stopped doing it as religiously as I was. And now I have to start doing it again, where it's back in the living room and I don't take it into bed with me. It's that giving yourself that sacred time, like this is time for sleep. I call it like a tech fasting, like you're fasting, right? You're not gonna eat a whole bowl of ice cream right before bed. It's not gonna give you a good quality sleep. Same thing with your phone. So those are some tricks that, they're not even tricks, they're really just like daily things that I do that have helped tremendously, improving, physical health, like I said, mental health, and emotional too. There's one more that I wanted to share with you guys. And if you're enjoying this, leave me something in the comments. If you have questions, I'm here to answer them. I'm gonna stay on until about 10:15. So the last thing that I've been doing for years, and it's two parts, but really, really crucial to developing a positive mindset. And when you hear it, you're gonna say, oh, I've heard this before, whatever. And you might think it's not really effective, but I'm here to tell you, it is one of the most effective things that I've been doing for years to really transform my life. So it's two parts. One is a gratitude list, but not just writing a list of I'm grateful for, my car, I'm grateful, like material things. It's really digging deep and going into that place of like things that have been brought into your life, people that have been brought into your life that you're not even sure how or why, but have had a positive impact on you. And making it a daily practice. Now, something else that I do with that gratitude list is I share it with people, so that I'm building a community of other people who are sharing back to me the stuff that they're grateful for. So I'm kind of like in this gratitude bubble. Like it's super important to be around people who reflect back to you that positive energy. So, if you're always coming from a place of gratitude, it's really impossible to start complaining, because you're constantly focused on the things that you have, and it just provides you with this sense of joy. People ask me all the time, like, oh, you're so happy all the time. And it's not because I'm getting everything I want. Trust me, like cash and prizes, like that's not been given to me. But what I do have is this inner knowing, this inner peace, and the ability to see the beauty of my life, which I didn't have years ago, which I shared in the post. So gratitude list, and then the other part to that, which is really, again, a mindset thing, that when I work with people one-on-one, I have them go through this process because it's really helped me tremendously. I've seen the benefits of it, which are affirmations. And so you're doing affirmations whether you know it or not. So self-talk, the way you talk to yourself, even if you're not aware of it, is affecting everything you do. So things that you say like, oh, I'm not good at that, or I'm fat, I'm gaining so much weight through quarantine, or I'm just not motivated. Every time you say I am something, you are training your mind to believe that, whether or not you're aware of it. And so I'm super careful about what comes after I am when I say those words. And I've created little lists for myself during certain periods of my life that really focus on the things that I'm trying to, build or create. So lately it's been like, I am powerful, I am loved, hey, welcome. Really building that self-confidence, that self-esteem, and not in like a phony way, but like in a real, true, authentic way, right? Because again, you're talking to yourself anyway, whether or not that stream of consciousness, be mindful of that. Monitor that. What are you saying to yourself, right? Because whatever you're saying to yourself is thoughts become actions. So if you're continuing to tell yourself that you're not good at something, I used to say to myself, and this is a perfect example, I used to say, I'm not a runner, right? Or I'm not fit, or, because I was a smoker. And like, I couldn't imagine doing an hour of cardio. This is back in 2005, 2006. So again, I know from experience that you've changed these little things. It doesn't happen overnight, but after a while, you'll start to see your external world change. Self-talk goes a long way. It's so true. I'm not saying anything that's not already out there, but I'm giving you my personal experience with it. So just to review, because if you're taking notes, take notes. So meditation, I'm demystifying it. It's not a super complicated thing. You don't need to, like I said, go to India. You don't need to, join a meditation group. You can do it at home. I do it in the morning. I sit on my yoga mat like I'm sitting on right now, and just breathing. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, right? Eyes closed. You can even have them open. Watch your thoughts pass. Don't attach to them. And I've had a daily practice for over a decade, and I used to, I was diagnosed with depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder. I mean, you name it, they told me I had it. And today I function, I'm not on any medication, I just eat really well, I work out, I meditate. I'm giving you the tools that have helped me. Movement. So movement is, and it's your choice. Like, I think this is what people get stuck on, is like movement's supposed to feel like I'm gonna die after. And it's really not, it doesn't have to be that way. It can really be things that bring you joy. So for me, dance, just moving my body. I like to strength train, that helps me feel really strong. And, but you find what works for you. And then tech fast, right? So tech before bed. It's so hard. Let me know how you do with that one. It's hard, but I've done it. And I told you I slipped a little bit, but I'm going back to it. Sleeping with your phone outside of your room. Hey, Hannah. Buy an alarm clock. I got a great one on Amazon. This is back when I was in California. I had the best sleep of my life. Best sleep of my life with my cell phone out. Lately, I've been bringing my phone into my bed, and it has affected my sleep. So I'm going to go back to what I was doing. And then the last one is gratitude list and affirmations, which again, I do every day. Affirmations in the mirror, looking right into your eyes and saying things like, I am strong, I am capable, I am worthy, all those things. Super important. So that's it for me. I wanted to open it up if you guys had any questions or anything like that. If you found this helpful, I wanted to give a smiley face. Okay. I would like to do more of these, because I think, we're quarantined still, some people, and sharing what we know is such a huge thing. Oh, the last thing that I will say, developing a circle around you that do these things is critical. So I'm really blessed that once I started living this life, other people who do this were attracted to me and I was attracted to them. And so now I have this community around me that we send each other gratitude lists and we share affirmations and we live this life, right? So I can be that person for you if you're looking for somebody who's living that life, because we can't do this alone. Like, we need other people. So that's all I have, guys. Thank you so much for joining on. This video will be posted to my YouTube channel. So if you're not already following me there, subscribe to the channel. I'm so happy to share all of these things with you. And thank you so much for being a part of my life. Have a great day. Oh, bye. Does anybody have any questions? I'm on for one more minute. If you do, tell me now. Yes, no. Okay. I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna do a 15-minute freebie workout. We're gonna move later today. So stay